Hey folks, Jaquel Wimbush here, your host of Back to the Basics of Health and Wellness Podcast. I would like to, extend a very, very warm thank you to all who, subscribe to my podcast, like the podcast, comment on the podcast, and share this podcast. And today I want to talk about 5 weight loss tips that are actually evidence based. Let's get into it. I make it a point to practice self care. I make an appointment with myself. Manisha Singhal.
Daddy, it's time to start your podcast.
Today's episode of Back to the Basics of Health and Wellness Podcast is brought to you in part by Ladybug Natural Solutions. Ladybug Natural Solutions would like to ensure that anyone who wants access to excellent holistic and data-driven nutritional coaching will be able to have access to plans and a plethora of knowledge gleaned from their experience working in the wellness industry for the past 10 years. So guys, if you're looking for that accountability coaching, meal plans, workouts, just that coach that's by your side, go on over to www.ladybugnaturalsolutions.com. Hey guys, welcome back to today's show. Glad you all are here with me. You could be doing something else, but you're here with me learning about health and wellness. And today we're going to talk about weight loss. So with weight loss, the weight loss industry is full of myths. People are often advised to do all sorts of crazy things, most of which have no evidence behind them. Like, you see it all the time. These multi-level marketing places, they put out all of these different types of fads of teas and this and that and the other, but can you trust it? Can you really trust it? I don't know. However, over the years, scientists have found a number of strategies that seem to be effective. Here are 5 weight loss tips that are actually evidence-based. Number 1, we talk about it all the time. It's drinking water, especially before meals. It is often claimed that drinking water can help with weight loss, and that's true. Very, very true, because if you're drinking water, if you're drinking, I'll say a half a gallon of water per day, you're going to lose 5 pounds within a 7-day period. I've tested it. I've had clients test it. I also do Facebook challenges, weight loss challenges, where we see that you lose a number of pounds just by drinking water, because when you drink water, you pee. And what happens when you pee? You lose water weight. So, just keep that in mind. And drinking water can boost your metabolism by 24 to 30% over a period of 1 to 1.5 hours. That's big, and it's helping you burn off a few more calories than expected. All right. Number 2, drink green tea. Though green tea contains a small amount of caffeine, it is loaded with powerful antioxidants called catechins, which are believed to work synergistically with caffeine to enhance fat burning. So if you want to burn some of that fat, I've done this. I know people who do this. I have clients who do this. Green tea is extraordinary, but just make sure you are not putting in a bunch of sugar, because I know people like to drink sweet things. If you need a sweetener, look at monk fruit as your sweetener, because it has a low glycemic index. It doesn't spike your blood sugar. It's plant-based. And it's really delicious. And all you need is a little. A little goes a long way. All right. Number 3, try intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is a popular eating pattern in which people cycle between periods of fasting and eating. Short-term studies suggest intermittent fasting is as effective for weight loss as continuous calorie restriction. So, when you are doing these, when you're looking into the intermittent fasting, make sure you have what you need. make sure you have a lot of water. Make sure you have the green tea. Make sure you have, nuts and fruit and things of that nature. So you are putting fuel into your body instead of, waiting until you get hungry to consume the food, or you go out there and buy something that's going to be bad for your health and that's going to take you off the intermittent fasting. And one thing for sure is the first 3 days are the hardest. The third day is probably the hardest, and the fourth day your body starts to get in tune in that rhythm of just saying, you know what, I don't need as much as I thought I needed, because the stomach starts to shrink and you don't feel hungry as much. Okay, so make sure you look into that intermittent fasting. Joe Rogan, he had a doctor on his show who talks about intermittent fasting. You can find that on YouTube. Very, very helpful information. He is a doctor, and he does intermittent fasting all the time. I've done intermittent fasting every now and again. It works tremendously. So if you can really, really look at that and look into the intermittent fasting, you will see some great results. Number 4, cut back on added sugar. So added sugar is one of the worst ingredients in the modern diet, or lifestyle, we should say. Most people consume way too much sugar. And if you go into a grocery store and you just walk down in the aisle in the grocery store and turn over and look at the label of the box that you are purchasing, or you just want to look at the sugar, and then right below it, you'll see added sugar. Then you add those together, and then you'll see how much sugar you are really putting into your body. And once you do that, you can go on to Google and do the conversion. How many, 26 grams of sugar, versus teaspoon. And then you'll see how many teaspoons of sugar you are actually consuming in that product. A lot of things, are sugar, or have a lot of sugar, because it's an addiction. It's a sugar addiction. And when you want more, you're going to go and get more. A quick tip and trick on trying to eliminate sugar out of your diet is to, number 1, get a tongue scraper. Tongue scrapers work really, really well. And what you can do with a tongue scraper is, you after you brush your teeth, or before you brush your teeth, scrape your tongue with the tongue scraper, because what we found out is that when people consume carbs in a large amount, sugar in a large amount, that those foods get embedded into your tongue. And once in throughout the day, it starts to come off your tongue. And what happens is, once it goes down to the tip of your tongue, it starts to move down. And once it gets to the tip, it sends a signal to your brain that says, I need more sugar. And what we all look, and it's like, oh my God, I need more sugar. Oh, I can't, I'm tired, and I don't have the energy to do my job. I need more sugar. I need more coffee. I need this. No, sometimes you just need more water. Sometimes you are dehydrated. 3 to 5 days without sugar, and you will break the addiction. Guaranteed. Try it out. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right. And number 5, eat less refined carbs. Refined carbohydrates include sugars and grains that have been stripped of their fibrous nutrient parts. These includes white bread and pasta. Studies show that refined carbs can spike blood sugar rapidly, leading to hunger, cravings, and increase food intake a few hours later. Eating refined carbs is strongly linked to obesity. So I just spoke about it. I just put it all out there, So we go to that, So leave the pastas, the white breads, the sugars, all of that stuff alone for a little while. Just get it out your body for a little while. We look at food as being scarce and we're never going to see it again. And it's just like during the pandemic when everybody brought toilet tissue. We thought we'll never see toilet tissue again, so we all went out there, just brought all the toilet tissue, and nobody else can get toilet tissue but you. And then you looked around a couple of days later, and you had all this toilet tissue. You'd be like, okay, so they can make more. We do have trees to make more toilet tissues. So just look at that and just notice how leaving these things alone can definitely help you lose the weight. It's not hard. It just comes down to your intent and your commitment and your consistency. That's all it takes. If you want to lose weight now, go on over to ladybugnaturalsolutions.com to schedule your consultation with myself. We could do a free 15-minute strategy session, or we can just go right into the consultation if you're ready to make it happen. Say, yeah. All right, guys. So that was your 5 tips on how to lose weight and, some evidence-based information on how to lose weight. I will be coming back with more tips and tricks on another episode. So stay tuned and be here to get that information. All right, guys, until next time, enjoy, be well, and make a lifestyle change that lasts. Have a great one, everyone.